Good evening. Hi. You were just thinking about the Jessie thing? The Jessie thing. Jessie who? Someone said Jesse Jackson. Oh, we're not going to take up time talking about that young lady tonight. Good evening. About how I hate black women that voted for Kamala. She's not on my intellectual level, and I think she should really stay in her lane. I don't know if she's just trying to get clicks or if she's just looking for a fight. I don't know. My name has become like something that I guess gets clicks. But yeah, I think that's really tawdry of her. And she doesn't have the range to even go there. So that's silly of her. Anywho, someone just said that you ordered a Harriet Tubman pin. I mean, there's a customer service email customer service with your order number, and I'll look into it. Because I'm not sure why you didn't achieve that. Fatima, I mean, not achieve that. Why you didn't receive that? Fatima, you silly. She said, you popping now. No. They not popping. That's why they doing weird stuff like that. That's so weird. I hate black women that voted for Kamala. That's the statement alone is so devoid of any intellectual value. You know? So I'd be feeling sorry for when people say things like that with their chest, because it's indicative of their own indoctrination. And you know, that means they got a little bit more ways to go. Well, I don't. Oh, I know they're baiting me, Mahogany. I know they're trying to bait me. It will not happen. But good luck to her. You know, good luck to her. Kathy, if I do paintings to sell, I will do them. I don't know that I would do like original paintings to sell. However, I used to do these little mini afros, like these little mini afro paintings. And I've been really trying to figure out what I want to do for the drop for March, because I've just been torn with like these 3 different designs, and I feel like what I want to do with the afros, I feel like I need just like a little bit more time maybe to like do it the way I want to do it. Cause like Afro artwork is, thanks y'all. Red is my color. Appreciate you. Green is actually my real color though. Afro artwork is like one of my trademarks. Like it's like a whole thing. Happy birthday, Reese! Happy birthday, darling. But I'm actually waiting. I ordered a sample of something. So I'm waiting for the sample to arrive to really decide, like, am I gonna move forward with this? The prints, yeah, no, prints is an option. I didn't know that y'all would want prints. I had no idea that y'all would want prints. He said his birthday is this week, so I guess it's not like today. It's after the 19th. Hate that these streets talking ish. They can continue to talk ish. You know, I'm anointed, and they never say it to my face. Wow! Shout out to Bangladesh. They never say it to my face. That's the thing. People be having my phone number. They never say these things to my face. I'm around. Jesus loves me and wants a relationship with you no matter what. Okay. So glad I can have live on and shop online. Oh, actually, there's only 30 more bonnets. There's only 30 more bonnets. 30 more. And they're going away at midnight. Okay? Thank you, Rachel Porter. Let them know. Okay. You got one more time to be in here Bible thumping, and then I'm just going to kick you out the live. Kismet J, the Mandolin MVP. Where is Sandy the mod? Said, please come to India. All right. Oh, really? Their name had troll in it? Hilarious. So I am new to the YouTubes, and I actually did not see SNL 50. Should I watch it? I haven't really watched SNL for the last like 10 years. So it was kind of like, what am I, like the last, like, I think they did SNL 40 maybe. Shout out to Michigan. I don't know. I'll watch it though. I used to be a huge SNL fan. Like I still have VHS tapes with SNL on it. Someone asked, what's your zodiac sign? Because you know the title tonight is Q&A. What's your zodiac sign, and do you feel like you can relate to your sign? Yes, I am a Cancer, Virgo rising. I am the epitome of my sign. And I absolutely do relate to it 100%. Someone said you heard something about Tom Hanks. My mom dislikes Tom Hanks, but like for literally no reason. I have never understood why this woman dislikes. I mean, she's always like, I can't stand that Tom Hanks. I'm like, did he cut you off in traffic? What is your beef with this man? Do you like writing, painting, or... Wait, I missed it. Wait, there was like a bunch of questions. Do you feel more at home now that you're back east? Yes. Do you like writing, painting, or performing? It depends. Writing the least, though. I like writing the least, but I feel the most accomplished after I do it. Can you please tell me why I see voices and hear people showing me what to do? You probably paranoid schizophrenic. Thank you, Talonda from Chicago. I don't like how people misconstrued what you said, saying you called people fools for voting for Kamala. I took it as you calling them fools for bragging about it when we know Dems ain't shit either. Because you took it correctly. Yeah. But people always want to misinterpret what I say. It gives them something to do for the day because they're not doing much. What's your fondest memory of Karen Fraction from My Brother and Me? My fondest memory of Karen Fraction from my brother and me is that she did like a photo shoot for her new set of headshots where, you know, she did a lot of work as like a mom. So she wanted to have like a shoot with like a fake daughter, and her daughter Lauren was like 1 at the time. So she had me play her fake daughter in this photo shoot. And it was really neat. And then the photographer also took a couple photos for me too. But I was really like, oh wow! I felt very honored that she wanted me to play her daughter in this shoot. Jax said he doesn't. You said Tom Hanks doesn't strike you as genuinely friendly. I've never met him. I just watched some clips of SNL 50. The clips are funny, but not hilarious. That doesn't surprise me. Okay. I'm just reading. Have you ever considered being on Urban View? I don't know what Urban View is, but I've had 2 shows on Sirius XM. Yes, I am single. People are literally committed to misunderstand you because they don't like how you tell the truth. Yeah, absolutely. Love your glasses. What brand are they? Costco. All of them was from Costco. These are Jimmy Choo. And the other ones, the pink ones are Marc Jacobs, but I got them at Costco. What's my favorite book I've ever read? The Alchemist. But wouldn't people voting for Kamala have been better than what everyone is complaining about every single day since Big Orange got the pen? Listen, I was not shading them for voting for Kamala. I was shading them for voting for Kamala thinking that, you know, she was going to be some type of savior, and they're shading people who didn't vote for Kamala, and saying things like, you voted for this, and even the ones who, okay, like, there are people who did vote for this, so there's that. But anyone out here who's acting like, okay, Kamala was a savior or whatever, doesn't actually understand what was happening or what was taking place. Kamala didn't even question the results of the election. Like, the Democrats were like, yeah, that's fine. And they went along with it. I was talking about Project 2025 in February of 2024. I didn't hear a single Democrat address Project 2025 until August. Okay? Like, the reality around this is bigger than Kamala. And that's the problem. People were voting for the Howard graduate, AKA with the press. That's who they were voting for. But the truth is that she is running for the position of head of empire. So if you don't have that consciousness, then miss me. Because if you're voting for Kamala because she's the only other option, I respect that. But don't act like you were voting for, like, the goal. And that's the thing. Like, y'all are still voting for indoctrination and thinking that it's somehow a success. And it's not. And to be honest, I don't like the idea of them literally weaponizing race to get votes and money. They raised $1 billion talking about racism while not presenting any policies that addressed racism. So that makes sense. Lesser of two evils, I get it. But my problem is the grandstanding and the continual, what's the word I'm looking for? Pedestaling of Democrats as morally just, as the ethical choice, as somehow, the principled representation in the room. And it's not. We didn't even choose Kamala. And out of everybody who's got something to say, I want to know how many of them have actually met her and had a one-on-one conversation with her. Because I have. So, miss me. And also, I think what a lot of people don't understand is that they're thinking that change and shift of this magnitude is going to happen in one fell swoop without any organizing. And that's just not the case. And I saw a quote from Huey P. Newton today where he was like, you know, you can be the whole like antithetical, anti-government, what's the other word he used? I can't remember what the other word he uses. He was like, you could do all of that, but you're challenging a system that is very organized. So y'all need to be organized in order to challenge that. People need to be organized and disciplined and clear in order to challenge that. But the thing is that at this point, people aren't challenging that. So it's like, I don't know what, but I'm talking about things that a lot of folks can't grasp because they're so tethered to their egoism. They're so tethered to their individualism. They're so tethered to their race that they really cannot conceptualize be outside of. You know, they just can't. So, you know, we're not having conversations on the same level. They're captured, basically. Politics should be a constant negotiation for your betterment instead of choosing to ride or die for a team like sports. Like, you should not be... The fact that they even make you align yourself with the party is already problematic, and I bet you none of y'all have even thought of that. Not none of you, but I'm sure many of you have not even thought of that. You've not even thought about the fact that it actually is greatly problematic that you have to align yourself with a party. Why does that matter? Like, like that doesn't make any sense. You should be able to choose who or you're voting for based on what makes sense, period. You should be able to donate to who you want to donate to based on what makes sense for you. And at the end of the day, you shouldn't have to, at the end of the day, we as the voters should not be rooting for the political party. We should be rooting for us. And then once that political party says, I got you, then we're like, all right, now we got you. I'm going to tell my friends. That's how it's supposed to work. That's how it's supposed to work. And for the record, and you can tell them this, I challenge anybody who has an issue with anything I've said to come here on this live. Come on. Anybody who has an issue with anything I've said, come here and actually have a conversation with me about it. No, they love to sit around and talk about me. It's so weird. It's weird. To even suggest that I am going to turn into Kanye, like you all don't... Listen. Oh, man. Like... I just, that's just willful, mean nastiness. And, you know, they want to talk about me. I don't know why. I will continue to be the knowledgeable truth teller, truth translator that I am. Someone asked earlier, what my sign is, and do I what my sign is, and do I identify with my astrology? And literally my sign, the way that it's set up, is that I am a truth teller who will be faced with great opposition in order to do my purpose. They don't like my delivery, but they can kiss my ass. This is how I talk. This is how I talk. Why do I need to change the way that I speak, the way that I've always spoken? Why? To make people who have no interest in understanding feel comfortable? No, be uncomfortable. We really need to be uncomfortable right now. That's what, people wanted. They wanted to just be able to lie, to go back to the lie and tell themselves that everything is going to be okay. Oh, they got it. Those people got it. The Democrats got it. Whoever got it. That's what they wanted. They wanted to go back to telling themselves that, things aren't great, but they're better. And what you're seeing now is the reality that things have just been on pause. Yes. They've been on pause because the culture of the United States never changed. I'm doing my show, What Would the Ancestors Say? Shout out to Pistol Pin Harriet. I'm doing my show, What Would the Ancestors Say, for free in New York this Saturday at the Lincoln Center Atrium. And I talk about this at length. Mark, if you hate your life, then you need to get off this live and you need to call a hotline that can address you properly and deal with what you're and talk to you about what you're going through. The culture of this country has never changed, ever. And the fact that all of these black women have so much nastiness for another black woman, it tells you everything you need to know. Just trifling. Continued pause would have been better than the nonsense going on right now, though. Why? Because when it happened, it wouldn't happen to you? Is that why? Because then it could happen to somebody else? Is that why the continued pause would be better? Y'all be revealing yourselves unintentionally. Why do you all ask me why I'm addressing things that are addressed to me? What is this expectation of passivity that you want from me? This suggestion that I should ignore when people are literally trying to undermine focus, like information that I'm telling, is really silly. And it's actually very avoidant. And you say it to me like I'm supposed to be operating like you. I am not an avoidant person. I address things as they exist. And in your minds, it's me, giving negativity light. It's not. That's not what it is. It's me addressing what is taking place, acknowledging that I know about it, and clarifying for anyone who is confused. And when you have millions and millions of followers who are on different apps, etc., then you can tell me about how to respond. But when you don't have that experience and you don't know what it's like, I think it's best to just keep those suggestions to yourself. It's unsolicited advice. And it's not valid. It's not valid. And you know what? You can just go away. find it fascinating that me being my big age, that people feel like it's their place to tell me how I should operate and how I should carry myself or how I should manage information. And it's simply just ridiculous to suggest that. To like, that's a level of egoism that I can't relate to. What did someone say? Lately, I feel like I'm bursting everyone's bubble when I say I can't think about going to a concert months from now with the BS around us. Is that realistic? What concert are you thinking about? Oh, is Beyonce doing a tour? The country tour? Is that what you're talking about? Oh. I think that's smart. Yeah, I mean, I think that's realistic. I don't think it's negative Nancy. I think it's realistic. I think it's really one of the biggest things that's going to be revealed later in how America responds to what's going on is that we're so caught up in our commitment to distraction, our commitment to like staying on the surface, that we really don't know when we need to shift from that or how to shift from that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like you can do both. You can be like, I really want to go, and I think that's really real. I also feel like a lot of people are telling themselves that they don't need to worry right now. Yes, the SFB pins come with a bookmark. And they're telling themselves that they don't need to worry right now. And I'm just like, when? No, it hasn't come out yet, Kelly. I shot it, but it hasn't come out yet. Yeah, American culture is like, you know, it really has no depth. It's incredibly shallow. And, you know, Black people have bought into this. Our culture was not that. But our culture has bought into this. And I think how would I like the Democrats to respond in this moment? Well, it would have been great if the Democrats had actually responded before this moment, because this moment was already told that it was going to be happening. I would like the Democrats to actually use their power beyond simply just asking questions. I think that the Democrats are actively still trying to do this thing where they prove like we're the upstanding guys and we're going to work within the system. And that is like not effective. And when they do that, it actually, to me, shows, well, we're not going to really push the lever to go any harder on these people. What I would love to see the Democrats do right now is to say, you know what? We need to coalition build. We're not enough. So let's actually reach out to the Working Families Party. Let's actually reach out to the PSL, and let's actually like mastermind how we can organize amongst our you know, supporters to really like find ways that can be genuinely who are you people? Like, who comes on a live to a stranger and says, no man will ever love you? Like, that's psychotic. It's like literally psychotic. I just want y'all to know. Like, that's psychotic. Like, Twitter is mean. Instagram is extra. But YouTube is psychotic. Like, in a real way. No man will ever love you. Who does that? I don't know. Like, are you sitting in your house right now? Like, and you said, I'm going to go harass this person I don't know? That's weird. Psychos. Woo. But I think that even just showing force of some sort, you know, they're so committed to the optics of what they're about that I feel like they don't really break from that. And that is what a lot of people really want to see. They want to see Democrats break from this form that is incredibly limiting, that is incredibly restrained, and that is 1% grounded in respectability. What could be the impact of Trump pushing out the head of the National Archives? I'm not actually sure. I need to look that up. I'll look it up and get back to you. Well, that's absolutely what's going to happen, Telio. But that's always what happens. Never forget, Martin Luther King was not a political leader. Huey P. Newton and the members of the Black Panther Party were not political leaders. They were not, okay? Like, the people who are fighting to not get Cop City pushed through are not political leaders. They are civil rights leaders. Thurgood Marshall was not in politics. He was a lawyer. Fannie Lou Hamer eventually started creating organizations to get Black people in politics, but she was originally not. Just go to my website, Talanda. Go to amandaseals.com and sign up. So it's like this idea that you have to be in politics when they're actively there so often, not actually doing anything that really pushes the envelope. And what I don't think enough people want to actually acknowledge is that Democrats rely on corporate dollars the same way that Republicans do. And as long as you're relying on corporate dollars, you are not going to be making too many changes and too many shifts because that affects those corporate dollars and their money. That's that. The law and politics may go hand in hand, but Thurgood Marshall was a lawyer before he was elected as a judge. Like, he was not a lifelong politician. So well, that's such a specific question. Have you ever tried Dr. Pepper Creamy Coconut? I have not. And my favorite commercial I was featured in as a kid was a Wet n Wild commercial. Wet n Wild was a water park in Orlando, and I had to like spin in a tube, and it was great. So, yeah, I'm the person that a lot of people, you know, in 20 years will be like, oh, that's what you meant. That's what she was talking about. Okay. Got it. Well, politics was performative for certain groups. For Black people, for quite some time, politics was not performative because we weren't even allowed to get on stage. So it wasn't performative. It became performative once Black people got in those spaces and started assimilating. Thank you, Cedric. You know, we should have been changing them, but they were changing us. Yes, Kesha, 20 years. 20 years. They're going to be like, oh. I'm going to be in Grenada gardening. Is this live set to subscribers only? No. That's why you have all these trolls in here. Travel may be banned for Americans. That's true. Thank you, Femme Fatale. All right. I'm going to be on here for 6 more minutes. 5 more minutes. I don't miss anything about California. Actually, the only thing I miss about California is that I wasn't vitamin D deficient. So I've been trying to figure out why I'm sick, why I just keep being sick. And I think I cracked the code, and it's vitamin D deficiency. Because when the sun is out, I'm fine. And then when it's gray, I'm like physically like, it's like my body's depressed. Like my mind isn't, my body is. And I was talking to my homegirl about it, and I'm literally sitting in front of a sun lamp like right now. This is a sun lamp. And my homegirl was telling me that her and her daughter really deal with it a lot in the winter. And so, you know, and someone else also said that we stay inside. So I need to definitely. So now, did you know that canned tuna is a great source for vitamin D? Canned tuna, oily fish, salmon, and canned tuna, oily fish, salmon. Damn, what was the other thing? Because I went and got all of that shit today. Eggs, especially the yolks. Especially the yolks. Cod liver oil, really? Cod liver oil, vitamin D. Okay. Arctic D, cod liver. Okay, I'm going to get that. Thank you. I know the eggs prices was a little wild today. I was like, wow. Wow. Do you think conservatives know they're hurting people? Do it. Yes. Yes. And they're not conservatives at this point. These are right-wing Christian nationalists. Yeah. Or they're just greedy, like terrible people. Do I ever see myself becoming a politician? Have y'all been paying attention? Have y'all been paying attention? Oh my gosh, Fatima, I don't. What is the obsession? What is the obsession? Yep, the IRS is laying off probation People who are probationary hires. Are you going to get any book signings for the new book? Of course. But, you know, the new book's not coming out till the fall. Yeah, they're laying off people everywhere. They're laying off people at the FAA, and all these planes keep crashing, which is unreal. Like, how are these planes just crashing like this? I didn't design it, but I collabed. Like, I basically told them, do this. And then they did something, and then I was like, okay, do this now. And then I would be like, I split the difference. You keep asking me about the National Archives. I don't know. I have to research. You said that already, Reese. And I'm giving you my... I know, Royal Majesty. I was definitely in a Scholastic commercial. Wow, look at all these books. At the book fair, you can find books about anything. Look for stuff about things that you care about, that you like, that you're excited about. Someone said, have I ever done a music album? Yeah, it's like 5 of them. Yeah. And that's not including mixtapes. Life Experience is the first one. Well, no, let's start with Never a Dull Moment. Never a Dull Moment is the first one. Then Life Experience. Then Spandex Rhymes and Soul. Then Madam Monochrome. Then Technicolor Lover. 5. You can go to Bandcamp, Amanda Seals. Nothing in the world could. How am I so prolific? I think because I don't really question myself when it comes to art. Like, I don't make art for the purpose of making money. James B., you're being a smartass. My cousin has a Tesla. It self-drives and almost crashed because you can't stop it. No. All right, it's 9 o'clock. I have to go. I have to work on my book. Everyone, you have a great evening. And remember, the bonnets are available only until midnight, PST. So get your bonnets and get your friends. Get your friends who are out there trying to use me as a scapegoat to uphold establishment and indoctrination. Get your friends. This is why we won't overcome, if you were curious. And this is also why, if we are still building our... we can no longer continue to build our coalitions based on race or based on culture, because they're not representational of values in many cases as it relates to the United States. And that, my friends, is why you got to shift. You got to get your community where you can get them. And stick to your guns, even if everyone's are pointed at you. Good night.